My name is Vaughn Glitchka, and tonight I'm going to talk with you about doodles. Each of us draw pictures when we were kids. We all doodled growing up, but at some point, most of us stopped, and tonight I'm going to explain to you why you should start again. Bob McKeon, this guy right here, was a design department director and a creative researcher out of Stanford. He did a thing where he had all the students draw a picture of somebody next to him. My two daughters drew these two of me, and my wife drew that one. And it was all based on not being fearful of being creative. And that's what holds most people back is fear of failure. Kids are a great example of having a fearless attitude when it comes to creativity. They don't get scared, they don't get intimidated, and they enjoy it. It's fun. And the weirder, the better. My daughter saw a mime, didn't like the mime, came home, and drew this picture. It's a good example. It's therapeutic. It works. Never stop drawing. It's something most of you probably don't do, and I'd encourage you to start it again. Doodling is low-cost, fun, creative way to express yourself. You can doodle using traditional Moleskine sketchbook as shown here, or as I just keep pads of paper on hand. The point is to make it easy to access when you get inspired to draw. Red pen doodles. I love using red pen. Most of the doodles are red pen doodles. Lately I've had a visual penchant for crusty looking characters and wormy things. Not sure why, doesn't matter why. It's just fun. Anyone can draw. You use it, it doesn't matter if you want to be a professional illustrator or not. It's just a good creative habit to start and get into. I doodle all the time. And it doesn't matter what I'm using or where I'm at, whatever I have at hand, I draw it, I save them. I put them in a folder. I call it a doodle folder, such as this right here. You can see some consistent themes. Once I have a lot of them, I pay my daughter about 25 cents a page to paste them up. And this is my way of archiving these. And then once I have a bunch of pages all pasted up, those go into binders. And I've been doing this for about 20 years, doodle binders, and if you go back through them, they're like a photo album. You kind of remember the situation when you drew it and the memories that come to mind that motivated it. And just to review, a doodle can be anything like this. It doesn't have to be complex. You know, you don't have to be a fine artist. It can be anything that creatively sparks your imagination at the time. It can capture a concept. You know, it doesn't have to be complex. It could be just based around an idea that pops into your head and you think it's creative, so you just sketch it down. It can be, just think of it as a creative journal. It can be nebulous shapes. It doesn't really have to be anything. A lot of people will do this, especially if they're talking on the phone or writing on a phone book. You know, so anything can be a doodle, whether it's literal or non-literal. It could be just taking notes in a meeting, but instead of just writing down plainly, you actually draw the letter forms. Everybody knows what a letter R looks like, but draw it a little weird, you know, have fun with that. Doodle art. Doodle can be turned into artwork. It doesn't have to remain a little piece of artwork that doesn't really mean anything. You can turn it in to pretty cool artwork. Here's a doodle that I turned into a print called Digital Lifestyle. And I get it ran out really large and framed, and I've done a couple of gallery shows now with artwork like this. This is another one called Escape, and just to show you what you can turn it into, I brought the actual print here. I printed out on canvas, paint clear acrylic on top of it to give it a texture. And doodling is a good creative habit, and I just encourage you guys to pick it up and start it again. Thank you.